was there. I had to watch him when he woke up. He got scared over there.
Were all your kids good students in school?
Oh yeah, A's and B's.
Is that right?
Yeah. There was correspondent. Rose went 3 years correspondent.
She did, huh?
She would be well Victoria, but she didn't went to school, you know.
Oh,
And the last year she went to TEP and she got graduated.
I
And
see.
Ruben went 2 years correspondent.
What would you do different if you had a chance to live your life over again?
Well, I think, I don't know. I did whatever I know. Grandma learned me so much. I did the best I could, but maybe there were some changes. I don't know. But the kids listened pretty good. Grandpa only said it once. They never get any lickings.
Is that
One
right?
time, Dad got licking, yeah.
What for?
Yeah, he didn't close the barn good. The young horses got in. They got the wheat box, eating oat box. They were on the barn eating so much oats.
Did they get sick then?
No, but Grandpa told him to go in the barn, he didn't load it. And Grandpa went down, he had a little belt, I don't know what kind of belt he had, a stick or what. And he was walking behind and hit him. Dead, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out and said, "That's enough," I said. Then he stopped. I don't know, was he crying or what he did. I can remember that so good. I put it in my pencil too. It was kind of a little grown up a little. "That's enough," I said. We always had a belt behind the door, but we never used it. Then I had a grandchildren 6 weeks. Laura's children, you know. She
Oh,
went,
you did? I didn't
yeah,
know that.
she went to when we came out from California. She always wanted to go more to college in summertime. And she had those 4 children, you know. She taught a couple of years, she said. And that summer I said, "Bring them down the farm. I will keep them, you know." And then she brought him down. Sunday evening she brought him down. She didn't well, I said she went. And Friday over she picked him up Friday evening. Took him home again.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was 8 years old, Jerry, and Rhonda was 7. And they went down to your place sometime. You should remember it, could you?
Mm-hmm. I remember
Yes.
that, yeah.
And Jimmy I kept home, and Joyce was only 2.5. And then I lay down, I said, Joyce slept always good. And I said, lay down Jimmy too. I lay down with him. And, "Oh, I'm not sleeping. Just laying quiet," I said. Then he fell asleep. I got up and did my work. And then I woke up after about 3 o'clock or so, and he went outside. "But you went outside?" "Well, I'm going to look around." He went out. The dog was laying somewhere in the corner there in the house. The dog was a good dog. But I know what he did to him. He must have touched him or something. He was sleeping. The dog got up on him. The dog, and he barked like the dog's crazy, you know.
Oh, yeah?
It was a big dog. I was sat in the front house. And I heard it. Open the door right away. And I come out and he was sitting right by the house. Jimmy was down with the face in the ground. And he was sitting on top of him. I'm barking, going. You could bite his ears off and hear them. Him and 6. I put a heart attack.
Oh, is that right?
I told him to leave. He went down, the tail down, and I just walked off. It was Friday. Then I could see a little mark here with the nails. Dog holding down the head.
Oh.
His nose was bleeding a little bit too. And then I got him up and washed him up nice and okay. Then Laura came in the evening, took him home. But that was a miracle. The dog didn't bite. He was so mad. Oh, yeah, was he hollering. I know, he never said what he did. Hit him or what, he made him mad. Yeah. We never had a dog that was bad with the kids. They always go around good. But that was the hard shock for me. There's so many things happen now, grandpas. Children go out to grandpa places. So many things, car accident happens, I read summertimes all over the country. And that one time, Dora, I don't know, was she 4 years old? Gil came down with his horse Daisy, and then he let the horse outside and he went inside. Dora went down on the horse. And the horse started right home. Daisy went home with her.
Oh, yeah.
Collapsing like crazy. She went, and she cried and cried. I was still outside. Then I see Daisy coming over the hill. Yeah, look, she's on there, she's crying. Then I stopped her, she won't stop. She went around the well, then she stopped there. Then I got her down. Then Merle came running and yelled after her.
Oh.
They came out and the horse was gone. And she had a sore in the foot. I never knew that.
Dora?
Yeah.
Or,
That was so bad, ripped off, she said. That foot was so bad after. I don't know what she had in the foot. She told me that after. She can remember it. Yes, I can remember that. Right, she said.
do you remember when Ella lost her finger in that
Oh,
crime?
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That was our day, yeah.
How-
We had the tire boy for a few days. Check Lang. And he always was gone when we ground the wheat, the oats for the horses and things.
Mhm.
He always went so far and stand up that thing there. And then one Saturday, I know, and Grandpa was grinding oats and barley, and I had my bread to bake and everything in the house, and I let her out. She was not quite true. And I looked over and she walked over there and said to Grandpa, take her back there. I should take her in. But it was a nice May day. And Grandpa put her back and he went in the shed and she walked there and she touched that thing. The horses went around, she got her finger there. She could, little more, she could lose her whole arm. Then was the holiday over.
Did you have to take her to the doctor then?
Oh yes, right away. Put your horse in the buggy? Yeah. And went over to Grandma. She did something about, she was not something about, she did, wrapped it up and so the pain left a little bit.
I see.
Then I took her on the lap and we went down with the buggy, yeah. The baby left home. He was 9 months old, Edwin. Then we went to Dr. Simon, he dressed it down. And then he said, you have her bring her back tomorrow. She have to stay a week here in town. He does it every day. Then Grandma went in with her and stayed a week
Stayed
in
a
town.
whole week in town, huh?
Yeah, with the same lengths. Then they walked over in the morning by the Dr. Simon, you know. She was 23 years old. She don't like to go in the morning over to the doctor. She knows that something's going wrong there.
Oh, I see.
And that healed it. That was kind of shock. Oh, yeah. That's the way it happened.
I remember Reuben telling about a time when he got bit by a horse in the ear. He was going up the into the hay mow. Do you remember anything about that?
I heard it, but forgot that. It was little to me. I said, oh, Leah fall down once from, there was that cleaning mill downstanding. When he walks upstairs here, and here was that clean the weeds, you know, that rolling thing, what you call it. And he fall down. And he got a little mark here in the head, still have it. I can remember that. Yeah. I think it was 3 or 4 years old, I don't know. I wonder he's coming now, his cough stopped, I don't hear nothing yet.
You talking about Leo, you mean?
Yeah, it was pretty bad there, but he got better when he called. So, yeah. Oh, it's little water in the tank sometimes was putting empty, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They sit and put their feet in. When I went down the field, I stay home, Ella was the oldest, you know. Take them kids away there. And Reuben was in there once, he slipped, fell down. There was not much water in. And he got up and he said, I'm not drowned. And I said, no, you're still living. He got up quick there. He can remember that too.
Oh, is that right?
He was felt the tank a little and then went up. I'm not drowned, he's drowned. And when we drove to town sometime, and then he was kind of nutty too. He went to the roof to the barn. Hey. You walk
All the way to the top, you mean?
yes, you walk from end to end. And someone was headring one day there, and he said, they must be not home. Nobody's on the roof today. I couldn't watch them all, you know. I was inside with the other ones.
They assumed that because he was up there doing
They
these
know
kind of
there was
things,
some-
that they figured that you were gone.
You're gone, you know. They,
Oh, yeah.
they get some other things done. And one time, Grandpa went to town, and then Adela, he left over the hill, and Adela walked the road up. Adela, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out and I said, well, I don't know, she's not here. What in the world we have to look, I said. And Grandma said, look in the tank. I said, I don't want to go in the tank. I walked up the road. I thought maybe she walked the road. Then she walked up and went west, over the hill there.
Uh-huh.
She wouldn't go after Grandpa. He went to town. Then I found her.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of hard when somebody was lost. That really got in your mind. Yeah. And look, yeah. That was all the little things went on. School.
Oh, really? He was...
You liked so much school too. But it was too hard. Too much for him, and so yeah, it was kind of hard for him.
Was he able to do any work at all, or was he just too weak?
He was outside. When we built the house, you know, before he
Uh-huh.
died. He was digged all the nails up.
Oh, I
The
see.
crooked nails, all kinds. He cut back. He had gallon pails, different, all, sort them all out. Yes, every day he went there. They sometimes go away here. But he picked all the nails. That was his business there.
That was his job, huh?
Maybe they drove him over with a wagon. They drove him around with a wagon in the yard. He couldn't walk so much, too
I
much.
see.
So
What did he actually had a heart condition?
he come to his teeth. It was kind of sickness. We should put the doctor right away there.
Oh.
It wasn't winter time.
Hmm.
He was a week kind of sick, and
Who was he most like, if you had to compare him? Was he most like my dad, or was he most like
he
Gil?
was like
or-
Leo.
He was like Leo.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
It was kind of quiet. You were like that always. I was in the house all day. And leave the house. Like so today, he was ready for that. I was with him. He was glad. Yeah, I was happy. That's the way it went. When we were gone, the kids took him out with a wagon and drove him around. And you know what the kids, when we went to town, the boss, the kids, you have to do that and have to do that. What you told me, remember, mention them kids, what they have to do when I were gone.
He knew that he could get attention, huh?
Yeah, you know, when I'm like a duck, he said, when I go out, I see everything. And the ducks went off the nest, they run around the yard, you know. Yeah, his mind was good. In the nighty weeks, couple of nights, when the wind came from the east, changed the weather. The cough was worse.
Oh, really?
Got so hot they cooled off. Then we had to get up and cover him up again. Grandpa said one time, I don't know how many months, that's the first night he didn't get up. Grandpa most get
Oh,
up.
really? He got up every night?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
every night, some couple of times.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was but he was the most care. When he wanted something, we first went to him. The baby could cry in the back, but we first settled his business.
I see. Could you say he was a little spoiled or not?
I don't think.
He just needed the attention.
He was not too much. A little bit he wants attention too, you know.
Uh-huh.
You know, but he was not spoiled. Oh, he was in the hospital 3 weeks. He had the measles. And then we
Well, he survived that okay, though?
Yeah, I did. He was all swollen up. We took him down, the measles came out. And Grandpa was down with him a little bit. And then doctor said he filled up again with water, you know. Should drink so much water and stuff. Sometimes he was kind of sad. I shouldn't drink so much water, he said, that and that. So we had pity with him. Yeah, the most pity. Yeah, it was hard.